Okay. So like I had asked you, you must have read your previous note that I had sent you, if I'm correct. Who has read it? Roshan, did you get to read it?
I don't. I am not in last class and that before.
You were not. You don't say I am not in the
Yeah,
last
I
class
have.
when you are talking about the past tense. I was not. I was not. All right? Please. Okay. So actually that brings us to grammar. Grammar is a very important aspect of your learning and your English. Now we will be having what we mean called integrated grammar. What do you mean by integrated grammar? Savin, good morning. How are you? What do we mean when we talk about integrated grammar? Does anybody have an idea?
Like story writing, editing and all.
Well, yeah, integrated means a mixture of grammar. So your grammar questions will come mixed. It could be a scramble of a paragraph, and you will be asked to put it in the right order. It could be find out the errors in something. It could be a mixture of phrasal verbs. So integrated, when you make the word alone, sometimes when you don't know the exact meaning of a phrase, what you should do is to, what does the word integrated mean? To integrate. To integrate, the verb is integrate, right? When you're saying integrate, mix, to join. So your integrated grammar is a mix of grammar that you have been learning over the years, not just what you have learned this year, but what you have learned in your previous grades. So we'll be looking at different aspects of it. It's quite a lengthy one. I will try to, touch on each and everything, as each and every one of them as much as possible. So let me just share with you the things that we will be looking at going forward. Of course, we'll be looking at English literature as well, the literature aspect with the stories. But these aspects carries a lot of weight. So just give me a minute. I'm trying to open this, please. Oh, sometimes this thing takes a while to download, to open up. But today, and while the document is opening up, today in integrated grammar, we will be looking at what you call determiners. What are determiners? What is a determiner? Just think of the word. When you don't know the exact meaning, what does the word determine? What does it signify? Fuada. When somebody says determine, what does it mean? You usually have to think of the root of the word to get the meaning. So when someone says to determine, let us determine who will go to the market. It's like a definer. Let us decide. Let us choose. Fuada, are you with me?
Yes.
So what is it? What is a determiner? When we talk about a determiner, what are we talking about? This is not even the one I'm trying to open. What are we talking about when we talk about the determiner? Does anybody have an idea? Savin? Yes, to decide something. Thank you very much. So apart from decide, Apart from deciding something, to determine, to say this or that, or a or they. The determiner has different aspects. You have the article. An article is a part of a determiner. What is an article? In English language, when you say article, what do you mean? Fatima?
It's a paragraph which contains which shows the information of something.
No, that is, yes, an article can actually mean various things. I was expecting to hear that. But when we're talking about English grammar, when you're talking about article, you're talking about a written text, right? But when we're talking about in English grammar, an article means is a determiner, like definite article and indefinite article. Now, do you understand what I'm saying? Fatima? The definite article is what? What is it in English? They, THE. That's a definite article. Can Tamlika give me examples of indefinite article? Tamlika?
I didn't understand.
Can you give me example of indefinite? You have in grammar, you have definite and indefinite article. Definite article is THE, they, the boy, the girl, the man, the woman, the United States of America, the United Arab Emirates. That's definite article. When we're talking about indefinite, we are talking about something that is not specific. Definite means specific. The boy in the blue shirt. So you are being specific about something. When we're talking about indefinite, we are being non-specific. And in that case, what do we use when we are being non-specific? A, an, some. Do you get me now, Tamika?
Yes.
All right. So we will be looking at that. Your determiners. Your determiners are words which are used before your nouns to determine or to fix their meaning. The boy in the blue shirt. A house with a red roof. So that means when you say they, you are being specific about the person or the object or the thing. But when you are using a, you are being a bit generic. You are not specifying. So the determiners can be articles or they can be demonstrative adjectives. Please don't confuse demonstrative adjectives with the adjectives that helps you to define the noun or to modify the noun. Demonstrative adjectives, this, that, these, those. Then you have your possessives. Your possessives are also a determiner because it determines who owns what. My, our, your, his, her, its, their. Then you also have adjectives, again, of quantity. Adjectives of quantity like some, much, many, all, both, little, several, two. It's anything that defines or gives a quantity. It's an adjective of quantity or number. And then you have the other type of determiners like each, every, next, another, either or neither nor, first, second, third, etc. Those are all determiners because they define, they determine something. Okay, so tomorrow if I'm asking you what is a determiner, I expect you to be able to tell me what that is. Right? Savin, are you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can you just give me a little recap of what I just talked about, determiners?
Yeah, but I don't know, it's perfect. Yes, I got some network.
Sorry?
So determine, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so determine is a word that want to decide something.
Give me examples.
Like, yeah, specific like they and such.
To use to specify. But they specify, you have, that is a definite article. But when you're talking about unspecific, you use indefinite article. Indefinite article is unspecific, like a man. That could be any man. We could be talking about any man here. I will share some slides and some notes with you afterwards. All right. So we're going to still look at determiners. Your determiners are always placed before a noun, and they helped to define it. Articles are determiners, like we're talking about indefinite and definite articles. You already know this. This is elementary English. You already know it. It's just, when it's given a nice name, you tend to know what is a determiner, what is definite, what is indefinite, and all those. But I'm sure when you're given an exercise to do, you will be able to figure it out. But we have to refresh our memory, because your board exam will consist of all that you've learned over the years, especially when it comes to grammar. It's not just going to focus on, the past 6 months or 1 year. It's going to focus on your grammar over the years, okay? Articles are determiners, and other determiners work in the same way, as they are before your nouns to indicate whether something specific or something of a particular type is being referred to. Okay, I will send this through your class teacher, please, your teacher as well. Now, your determiners are often considered to be a subclass. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of, the science of English, but just for you to grasp what we're talking about here, so that it's easier. Like when you're making tenses, one reason why people don't make a lot of mistakes when they are making tenses is because they've not understood there's some underground science behind it, or there's an art, as it may be, because English is an art anyway. So determiners are often considered to be a subclass of adjectives, and like adjectives, they belong to nouns and they modify nouns, right? But unlike adjectives, because adjectives modifies a noun, the big house, the pretty girl, and stuff like that. But unlike adjectives, there is rarely more than one determiner for each noun, nor can they be compared or graded. My and yours and those and many are some examples of determiners. Several furious members. Now the several here is the determiner because it is a determiner of quantity. It gives you an idea of how many members are furious. Now the furious is the adjective that modifies the members, the noun. If you're given English, a sentence like this, which they will not do, but you should be able to look at a sentence and dissect it the way you will dissect an insect in your biology class. You should be able to say this is this, that is this, and this is that. And the more you understand your grammar, the easier it becomes for you. Because when you are given a whole paragraph and you're asked to find the errors in it, understanding this nitty-gritty will help you determine what is wrong and what is not wrong. Many sentences do not make sense without their determiners. Unlike adjectives, for example, you can do without adjectives. I can say the house, but if I want to expand on it, I say the big house. I can say the girl, but I want to expand on it and I use an adjective, the pretty girl in the red dress. So I'm now modifying the word girl, but it on its own, it can stand alone. But that word they girl or a girl is important. Without the determiner, the article they, you can suggest girl pretty or pretty girl. Well, as an exclamation or, a statement, pretty girl. When she's passing, you say pretty girl. Okay, that's fine. But in a sentence, that's usually a determiner or will help your sentence to make sense. Am I making any sense? Roshan, are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, noun phrase. What is a noun phrase? Noun phrase is, what a noun is, the name of an animal, place, or thing, person, or thing. So when you have a noun phrase, when you have 2 or 3 words that serve as the noun, for example.
Ma'am, I facing some network issue. Some break is there.
Oh, sorry about that, Roshan. Okay. And even when you're speaking, your voice comes across a bit wobbly. So I guess, yes, the network issue is there. Now,
In Kerala, there is heavy rain. That's why.
pardon me, Savin, you said?
Yeah, in Kerala, there is heavy rain.
Oh, wonderful. And we're having heavy heat here. It is so hot. I wish I could exchange a little bit with you guys. I haven't seen rain in such a long time. As a matter of fact, the last time I saw rain was in Calicut. And that was in 2019. That was the last time I think I saw rain. Yeah. Okay. So you have the your demonstrative determiners like that which, this noise. So demonstrative defines, give me those bags. We're going to do a little exercise. I'm just reminding you of things you did in grade 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and all. Right? Identifying determiners, possessive determiners, their broomsticks, our house, my book, his car. So it's possessive because it shows the owner of the item. Okay. And then, of course, we've talked about adjectives of quantity, you know, 9, much, many, etc. Interrogative determinants, which, what noise. That brings me to an article. So I just wanted you to have an overview of what your determiners are. They are things that specify something. You put your determiner before the noun itself that is being specified or not, or being referred to as the matter of fact. You have the 2 types of articles I had asked, the definite article and your indefinite article. Your definite article is simply the they, the. While your indefinite articles, you have a or an or some. When do you use an? Samdika? When do you use an? A-N? Samdika, when do you use
And can
an?
you repeat?
When do you
Yeah,
use
when
the
I,
article an? A-N? When do you use it? The indefinite article.
when a word starts with vowels.
A vowel in front of a vowel, like an orange, an umbrella. You cannot say a orange, an umbrella, for example. All right. So your definite article is they. It is always preceding, proceed to be before. It is always before the noun, right? And it refers to a specific thing because I think that is where sometimes I hear people make mistakes saying, and let me use my name for example, and they say the Jacqueline ma'am. That is absolutely so wrong. That is absolutely so wrong. But I think people make that mistake when, you know, they see that it is used to refer to a specific person or thing, but in front of a proper noun like my name, for example, you don't need to say they, except on very rare occasions. When we read in Nelson Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom, we saw when he said that what he was trying to say is the situations like apartheid have raised the Thabo Mbekis, the Sisulus, and all that. What is he trying to say there? I had asked you that question in the last class. Why did he use they? In this case, they is not referring to that specific person, but referring to the person, people such as this person. That the struggle raised people such as the Sisulus and all that. Okay. All right. This person or thing may have been mentioned before, and we're not going to go into all that. For example, here we've used the rhinoceros. There is only one rhinoceros on the bus, so the definite article is used. So there is one specific rhinoceros. But if you say a rhinoceros is on the bus, we don't know which one, just a rhinoceros. Generic, it's used for generalizing. Of course, in other languages, like I teach French as well, I don't think most of you know, but I'm bilinguist. They, in Latin languages, have either masculine or feminine gender, unlike the English. In French, it is le and la. Le is for male and la is for female, and they both mean they. But in English, that doesn't happen. So let's see. The rhinoceros and his best. Sorry, this thing was in a big landscape, and I could not PDF it like that. So I had to scan it page to page. The rhinoceros and his best friend, an elephant, took a bus to visit the struggling ostrich at flying school. So I have to go back and forth. So you now come to the indefinite article. Your indefinite article a or an is used to refer to any person, any one person or thing. Words that begin with consonant or like bars use a, and words that start with a vowel use an, like Tamnika had reminded us, right? Even silent words like H, an hour, use an. I'll be there in an hour, okay? Now, what does the indefinite article do? It indicates that this could be a number. A bus means any bus out of so many. It indicates it is one bus out of so many buses. While they is talking about one specific, A is talking generalistic. Why I'm taking the pains to break it down in this way is so you don't keep on mistaking. Sometimes I hear people putting an article in the wrong place when they are speaking. Articles and adjectives. If a noun is preceded, you know what the preceded is before, by one or more descriptive adjectives, the article will go before the adjective. So this will be the article plus the adjective plus the noun. The struggling ostrich. The struggling ostrich. If you put this adjective after, it will be a different thing altogether. The ostrich struggling. The ostrich struggling to catch a fish, something. So it makes a different meaning. It shows you that the ostrich is struggling to catch the fish. But the struggling ostrich is like saying the struggling man, the ostrich is under duress. Himself or itself. As I don't know if it's male or female, anyway. An anxious rhinoceros. What does that indicate? So you have to also be careful where you put your adjective because it will definitely modify the meaning of the sentence. An anxious rhinoceros means a rhinoceros that is worried or stressed out. But if you put a rhinoceros anxious to help his friend, that also redefines the meaning of the phrase. And the last bit of it, before we get into some exercises, identifying when to use an article. This is where we're talking about when it comes to article in the usage. If a singular noun can be counted, this noun will require an article, definite or indefinite. For example, I saw elephants today. That doesn't make any sense. But if you see, I saw some elephants, or I saw an elephant, or I saw two elephants, or however many elephants, that you saw. So you will definitely need to use an article before the noun. Some nouns, such as happiness, information, bread, do not have a plural form and therefore cannot, they are uncountable. I'm sure you remember your countable and uncountable nouns. And these nouns can be used without an article or with the definite article. They never take an indefinite article. Can you buy me some bread? You can never say, can you buy me? How come, Naishana, you're going in and coming in back forth? Back and forth. All right, look at the bread. This noun cannot be counted, except when you give a figure. Can you get me 1 loaf of bread? Can you get me 2 loaves of bread? So please, I'm going to share this to you guys just to help you. These little things just to help you refresh your mind or your memories when it comes to these things. Someone sent a message in the chat box. Okay. Excuse me. 1 second again. Where is my message?
You are using Samsung mobile, right?
Pardon me?
Samsung mobile.
Am I? Yes, I am. Why? It keeps on, oh, what is it called? The message keeps on, yeah. Even though I try to silence that thing, it never stops ringing in. Are you using Samsung mobile as well? Where is this material? I just opened it right now. Okay. Got it again. Sorry about that. I have too many, what is it called? Open. So it's taking me time. Right. So let me round up on this before we do some exercises. Fatima, how are you today, dear?
Going good, ma'am.
Great. All right. Okay. So a noun, of course, you know, like I had just said, countable and uncountable, like singular and then plural, and things that you don't count, oil, water, furniture, etc., information. And you have articles, the definite article and the indefinite article. So we'll happen to, let's just go through this very quickly. I'll share the notes with you afterwards, okay? Indefinite articles, a or an, you use them before a singular or a countable noun. A cow gives us milk. So you are talking about something in a class or in general, a cow. You're not being specific, not a particular cow, but any cow, generalizing. But if I came to your house and I saw a cow walking around, or, you know, lolly, what do I care, munching and, you know, going all over the place, and I say, oh, look, you've got a cow. What does this, what do you use it for? You say, the cow gives us milk. Now you're being specific about your cow, right? So when you use a, you are being generalistic. You are talking about every cow, at least the female one. I'm not sure male cows bring milk. I don't work in a ranch. That would be interesting to know. A used before singular countable nouns beginning with a consonant, and then of course an used before a vowel. An Indian, an hour, an umbrella, an honest boy. Definite article used both before both countable and uncountable nouns. When we talk about something for the second time in the same context or anything qualified by a phrase. I met a girl at the gate of the school The girl was weeping. The book which is on the table is mine. So you use,
Ma'am, can you zoom it little?
sorry?
Can you zoom it? It's very small.
Oh, so sorry. You can't see it.
Okay.
All right. Now you're using they before superlatives. You know what your superlatives is? Big, bigger, biggest. So the biggest is the superlative. She's the tallest girl of the class. Used before names of water bodies like rivers, seas, and oceans. The Ganges, the Arabian Sea. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Fuada, how do you pronounce it? Is it Ganges, right? Fuada, did I get the
Yes, ma'am.
pronunciation correctly? As Victor, sorry, I wonder what happened to him. He's just calling me now. Did I pronounce it correctly? Is it Ganges?
The Ganges.
Yeah, it's correct. Okay, great. So I didn't make a mistake. The Arabian Sea, the Pacific Ocean, etc. But you don't use them before lakes, but you use them before rivers, seas, and oceans. It's used before the names of mountains, the Himalayas, the Swiss Alps, the Mount Everest, things like that. What peaks? Oh, Mount Everest, mountains, the Everest Mountain, sorry. It should be the Everest Mountain or the Everest peaks. Interesting. I'm learning too, like you. Used before the names of satellites, planets, stars, the moon, the earth, the sun. Used before the names of monuments, the Red Fort, the Taj Mahal, etc. So this is how you use they. I'm going to share this with you as well. I don't want to go reading it one by one. So I'm going to share it with you so you can refresh your memories as well. So your demonstrative adjectives, which is also a determiner, you have this to demonstrate things that are nearby. You have that to demonstrate things that are far off. You have these as plural of this and those as plural of that. Now we're going to do just a little refreshing exercise, if you can, not necessarily on determinants, but just on integrated grammar. So I'm going to pair you. How many are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to pair you two of you and see how you will fare. It's very simple, so don't worry. Fatima and Fuada together, first and foremost, just both of you. I want to concentrate on just two people. All right. So you can fill in the blanks with these quantifiers. Let's see. It seems we have had dash assignments in English this year. You can choose from the options, many, lots of, a lot of, little, most, a little, a few. Father?
It seems we have had a lot of assignment in English this year.
Okay, is that the only option that can go in there?
We had a lot of.
We have, yeah, it seems we have had, several things can go there actually. It seems we have had many assignments. It seems we have had few. Sometimes they don't give many. So in this case, actually, you can have several options, really. How, number 2, Naishana?
How many do we have to read?
No, how much? How much do we have to read this week? If you're talking about a specific item, how many books? If they had given you a noun, you understand, then you use many. But they didn't give you a noun per se. So what are you counting? You would use many when you are able to count. Number 3. Fuada?
A few Americans don't like George Bush.
Why do you think it's a few? Many, maybe Americans don't like. I'm not saying, I don't know, but I would consider in a country with more than 300 million, it will be more than a few. I'm just saying. All right, well, it's okay. Yeah. Laishana, they aren't very. Number 4. Can you help her out, Fuada?
There are not very many books in the library.
Okay, anyway, well done. So I'm going to send this to you as part of your exercises, and then you will have the answer at the end of it. When you're finished, you can check your answers yourself. All right? Thank you, Fat and Aishana and Fuada. I'll take another 2. All right. Excuse me. This time around, Azim and Tamlika. Excuse me, it's just a few questions. Azim, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, let's go. She would never have changed jobs if she, A, had been promoted, B, have been promoted, C, is promoted, D, was promoted. How, somebody taught me how to enlarge the screen again. I'm supposed to press Control what?
Control plus.
Well, this ain't working for this particular article. Oh, okay, brilliant. I was wondering what was happening. All right, Azim, let's go. She would never have changed jobs if she, A, had been promoted, B, have been promoted, C, is promoted, D, was promoted.
If she was promoted.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
Who is your partner?
Tamlika.
Tamlika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 1. What do you think is the option? What do you think is the option?
She was promoted, or she would have been promoted.
Well, you will now have, where did you see would have been?
You cannot add any more words.
She would never have changed. Never have changed. We're talking about it is now finished and done. So you're going to be using the past participle had. She would never have changed jobs if she had been promoted. Number 2, I don't trust this God-man. I never have, and I never, oh, I've told you the answer. I've said it already. I never have, and I never will. Number 2 is, I don't trust this
And
book.
that was an easy one. I thought I should win.
Oh yeah. I said it even before I just asked somebody. Okay, so let's go to 3. I'm going to do my exam. That's to you, Tambika. I'm going to do my exams, and dash, I'm planning to study law. Afterward, later. Tamlika, are you with me?
Yes.
What is your option? Your time is running out. I still have other students.
Later.
Possible. What other word can we look at? Afterwards. Okay. Number 4. I thought I would fail the test, but I passed. Finally, after all, sorry?
Wait.
I'm waiting. Azim, you're smiling at me. A smile is not an answer for me. I thought I would fail the test, but I passed after all. Okay, so I'm also going to stop this one and I will share that, and I expect you guys to complete it. You see where you're using yourself, you're seeing your weak points. So you can work on it by doing exercises. So I'm going to share these resource links with you. Okay. Yeah. 1 second. My next 2 choices, Fatima and Savin. These are all resources. They are not designed by me. They are there. So I'm going to share the link with you, and then you will have a lot of materials to work at your own time to improve your grammar. All right. Is there dash ice cream left in the bowl? Few, some, any, many. First and foremost, remember, is it a countable or an uncountable noun? That will help you decide what you should use. Fatima?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So the answer, in my opinion, is there any ice cream left in the bowl?
Is there some ice cream left in the bowl? You don't count ice cream. When you're saying any, you are singular. If you're talking about specific, is there a cone of ice cream? Is there any cone of ice cream? Then you are talking about an individual cone of ice cream. Zach, are you with me? Well, it's like saying, is there any water? No, that's wrong, because water is uncountable. Rather, is there some water? This is my mother. Can I please just tell her I'll call her back? Mama, can I call you back now? I'm in class. I'll call you back, Mom.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Okay. So do you get me?
all speak in English?
My mom? Yes, she speaks English. Okay. So like I was saying, water. If you have 2 bottles of water, then you can say, can I have a bottle of water? But you cannot say, can I have a water? Because water is uncountable. Can I have some? You can't even say, can I have many water? No. because many is for something you can count. So please, guys, you need to refresh your memory by doing some.
Ma'am, isn't it any?
Some. Some ice cream left in the bowl. You cannot count the quantity of ice cream. You can only count it if the ice cream are in cones or, countable number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second one.
Second is simple. Some.
I need some,
Some.
of course, I need some money. Yes.
Yeah.
We have
We
not
usually
had,
ask that.
we have not had, number 3, we have not had
A little.
much. We have not had much rain this monsoon. All right, guys, again, I will share the third link. Please refresh your memories. You can see your weak points here. Thank you for practicing this with me. It's fun. Those of you who escaped today, you will not escape in the next class, because I think my time is almost up, though I lost 5 minutes. So I'm trying to gain it back from Victor. He's responsible for my losing 5 minutes. I still have one more exercise. Hang in there with me, don't go away. Who is it I haven't called yet? We're going to go through this last one. Sorry? Nabuhan. Oh, finally. I get to see what you look like, man. I'm still waiting for Adil Ahmed. He's the mystery man of the class. So Nabuhan and Roshan. Roshan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So you pair with Nabuhan. Let's go. You would usually get this type of questions in your exam, right? So let's look at it. Exercise 1. We will choose from here. As a small boy, I used to play cricket with my mother. She used to bowl, dash me in a small room in our house. There was that space, so she would kneel and throw the ball gently. 2. Once I hit hard and hit her, dash the nose. It started bleeding and I was frightened. Let me expand it so you can see easily. Any ideas, boys? Roshan, Nabuhan? Fill the blanks for me.
First,
First is what?
at.
Okay. Is that your last answer? Okay. Continue. Fill it all up. The answer is there at the bottom. Nabuhan, you're quiet. What is B?
Little.
Okay. What is C? Can anybody help them? Fatima, you are looking very serious. Do you know the answer?
C is me.
I think me.
Me, yeah?
Is that
Or,
me?
All right, so I'm also going to share that. I think Victor must be waiting for you on the link. You will have to use the other link. This one was created in emergency when I couldn't reach him. I'm going to give it to you. If I were you, don't look at the answers until you have finished to see if you got it right. All right? Excellent. So I will share all these with your teacher for you as well as the recorded session. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And hopefully I'll see you next week.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day. Bye.
Sorry?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nabuhan, I
Thank-
didn't hear your voice. I hope I will hear you better next time. Please. Okay? You're most welcome, everybody. I always enjoy seeing you guys on Friday morning.
You didn't hear my voice.
Now I'm only hearing your voice when the class is over. You gotta be joking.
No, ma'am, I think that he said the answer, but he might be muted. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear him. All right. Next time.
Maybe you didn't recognize me.
Next time I will.
Ma'am is using Grammarly extension. What an
Okay.
app.
You are using Grammarly extension.
Yes.
Okay, but I didn't hear you answer a lot, Sabine. We'll have more grammar sessions and then I will hear your answers. I will share. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, I responded, right?
You did?
La-
Okay. I'm still trying to identify, maybe when somebody speaks, I think it's someone else. So I'm still trying to, the girls' voices, the girls, I can easily pick out their voices. For the boys, I'm still struggling because you guys are mystery men. Today I see you, tomorrow I don't. When you're there, I don't know when. So, well, you are regular. Well, your voice is what I want to hear and I can, be able to decipher who is speaking. All right. Interestingly, I'm not giving you any homework because I know you have your periodic test and you have a lot to read. But I'm going to share these resources with you. Please take the time to practice, freshen up, and come up to speed with your grammar. All right. Have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you again. Take care. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.